Okay, so we're in chapter 5. Section 1 is all about amortization. So the only new stuff here is that we use roundup payments and then we construct a table. Everything else we've covered. So general timeline, just as a review, it's your A sub n, and that's your loan amount. A is for amortization, so that's why it's been called that. We finally find out. And then we have regular payments, R, and then remember we have n of those. That's where the A sub n comes from. And we had our formula for A sub n was R times 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n all over I. So now if we take this and we divide both sides by it, we can get R alone. So R is A sub n times I over 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n. So again, these were both from chapter 3, section 1. Okay, and remember that I is going to be R over the frequency of the payment. So if it's monthly, frequency would be 12. Okay, and then the other two formulas that we need to review are formula 4.1 and 4.2. So those are the leftover formulas. So we have the one after n payments. A sub n times 1 plus I to the n minus Sn, and then you have your one period after n payments. So that was A sub n times 1 plus I to the n plus 1 minus your Sn due. Okay, so again, this here your A sub n represents the loan amount. So again, I'm just simplifying those problems, those equations, so we can fit them both on here. Okay, but we're going to use both of those in this section today. Example 1, a debt of $42,000 is amortized using 36 quarterly payments. So debt and amortized both tell us that this $42,000 has to do with a loan. And then we're also told that we have 36 quarterly payments, so we know n is 36. And that we know the frequency is 4, so that means every 3 months we're going to have something due. And here we're going to have to find our regular payment. We'll get there in a moment. The interest is 9.5%, so that means our R is 0.095 compounded quarterly. So that tells us that I is 0.095 over 4. And we want to find the size of the concluding payment if the quarterly payment is rounded up to the next dollar. Okay, so first we have to do is we have to find R, and then we're going to have to round it to the next dollar. 36 quarters. Okay, so we have R equals 42,000 times 0.095 over 4 over 1 minus 1 plus 0.095 over 4 to the negative 36. So I put it in my calculator like this. Because they're multiplied, it doesn't matter if you put the 42,000 at the back or the beginning. We get the same payment, so we got $1,748.64 rounding to the nearest penny. But again, we're rounding up to the next dollar, so that means we're going to use $17.49. Okay, so this is up to the next penny, and then this is up to the next dollar. Okay, so that means even if this was 44 cents, we'd still round up to 49, because again, we're just rounding up. So we're going to take this and our leftover formula. Okay, so here we're trying to find the concluding payment. To find the size of the concluding payment, so that means we're going to do it after 35 full payments of $17.49. So we're finding the 36th payment. Okay, so here we're the concluding payment is equal to the 36th payment. Okay, because there's not going to be a 37th payment because it's going to be all paid off. It's going to be all paid off because we're using slightly over, so there's not going to be any money for that 37th payment. So we have to take 35 payments of this, and then we get that smaller payment. Okay, So we're going to take our loan amount, $42,000, times 1 plus our I, to the 36, because we're going to the 36 payment. We take our regular R, 1749, again our rounded up amount, and then we do our S sub n. So it's going to be 1 plus our I, 0.095 over 4. Again, we're doing 35 of those payments. The next one's going to be smaller. And we're going to move that 1 period forward to the 36 payment. So when we put all of that in our calculator, which looks like this, just in case you're having trouble, we get $1,728.63, rounding to the nearest penny, because we're going to round to the nearest penny, but again, it's going to depend on your lending institution, what they end up doing with that.